Hello everyone, welcome back to the news. If you would notice, I stopped posting about Reno Omokri because I noticed he uses P2B's name to chase clout. Anytime he wants to go viral or trend for the wrong reasons, obviously, he's always using P2B's name. So I stopped posting about Reno. But something happened recently. He came on Facebook and claimed that his X handle was hacked by some persons connected to Peter Obi, whom he tagged to be a failed presidential candidate and a serial false accuser in order to frustrate his Honest Brunch podcast interview. Reno Omokri was at the Honest Brunch podcast and he had an interview with them. Guys, the interview was something else. Reno Omokri really disclosed a lot during that interview.
Dear followers, earlier today at about 3 o'clock on Monday, June 23rd, 2025, my X handle was hacked. I got an email from X stating that my email address had been changed. I tried to log on and I found out I couldn't. Now, we had premonition that this was going to happen. The people behind this are a person who had accused me falsely of sexual assault or harassment or whatever you want to call it. And they are now working with this coalition and with a failed presidential candidate. So they've been trying this. If you recall, about 2 weeks ago, I was in Nigeria with the president during the launching or the commissioning of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, and they tried it on that day, and I did give an alert to people. Now they've been successful. We're going to get the account back. This is targeted at the interview that I had with the Honest Bunch, the podcast, because I gave a lot of revelations in that interview, and they don't want that interview to trend on X, and they know that my account has a lot of followers, about 2.65 million people, and so they've hacked it. But that's okay. Still watch the interview. The interview is going to come out on Glitch Africa Studios, on YouTube, on X, on Instagram, on Facebook. You can also watch it on Daddy Freeze's social media platforms, and then you can watch it on my other social media platforms other than X. They've been able to hack X, but I still have Instagram, I still have Facebook. And we're going to do our best to work with other people on X to bring it to you. There are revelations that they don't want you to know, because these revelations are backed up with documentary evidence. Some of you, even those of you who hate me, you know that I do not speak except I have facts. And not just facts, but documented facts. So please, if you see anything on my X handle, just ignore it until I do another video and you see my face telling you that we've gotten the account back. So now we've begun the process with X, formerly known as Twitter, and eventually we're going to get the whole handle back. But this is the handiwork of people who are threatened by the interview that I gave to Glitch Africa Studios, the Honest Bunch interview, where I gave revelations about a failed presidential candidate, about other people, and they do not want you to know the truth, because when you know the truth, you shall be set free.
Sorry, sir, you keep mentioning that you package Peter Obi, right? But prior to that time, you mentioned something recently about him leaving a debt of 100 and something billion. Meanwhile, he has been here on this show and he has countered that particular.
Peter Obi.
I mean, he brought evidence. Am I right?
Peter Obi is a liar, and I'm going to just break it down for you. Peter Obi, don't believe Reno Omokri. Don't believe Peter Obi. Don't believe the Anambra State government. Believe the Debt Management Office. The Debt Management Office was set up by law to calculate the federal government's debt and the state's debt. So believe them. The Debt Management Office, as at the time he left office, Anambra State was owing $30 million and 3 billion naira. Now, where does the 127 billion come in? The 127 billion comes in. Peter Obi is a very manipulative person. And I've worked closely with him, so I know him. He has, I don't want to say it, he has some certain man sense. I'm just going to say this. Now, please allow me land. Okay, that debt came in because he knew he was going to, he knew he had a higher political ambition. So he wanted to be like he left a lot of money. So what he did is that he had given out several contracts, hired a number of people, did that those contracts and the people that he hired last minute, they were going to be due immediately. his successor assumed office. So all of that money that he claimed he put, $150 million and 36 billion naira. By the time Willie Obanjo had taken office, there was something like 127 billion naira that became due. And so whatever money he left behind, it had been counteracted by that debt. And then the debt from the debt management office, both the local and international debt. Now, even going further, the money that he claimed that he left was not all in cash. Some of it was in so-called assets. But those assets had been overvalued. I'm going to give you a very good example. In Tafat Breweries, he said that the value of the asset was about $12 billion. In truth, when it was evaluated, it had shrunk to about $5 billion because it was a loss-making investment. So these are facts. So if he brings, I don't know what he brought, but these are things that you can actually go and verify.
Reno.
2003, Obasanjo removed democratically, they say some people say it was not too democratically, the entire AD governors in the Southwest. Only Bola Tinubu remained. Why didn't people talk about one-party state then? How many people did Obasanjo remove? So why? It's just like now I see people say that, okay, yes, they are naming things after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Okay, they are saying that they're naming things after President. First and foremost, Tinubu.
Especially things that already had name before.
But Tinubu, first and foremost, listen to this. Why weren't they complaining when Buhari was in office and then the Maiduguri International Airport was renamed Muhammadu Buhari International Airport. Damaturu International Airport was renamed Muhammadu Buhari International Airport. These are two states that even share a border, Borno and Yobe. They named their international airport after him. Cantonment in Abuja that already had a name, they named it after Muhammadu Buhari. State Park was named after Muhammadu Buhari. The university in Daura, Transport University, Amechi named it President Muhammadu Buhari Transport University. A police estate, they named after Muhammadu Buhari. Second Niger Bridge is not Second Niger Bridge, it is actually Muhammadu Buhari Niger Bridge. Are you aware? That's the official name.
Oh, wow.
It is not Second Niger Bridge, it is Muhammadu Buhari Bridge. Why didn't they complain? It is because now it has come to the south. It is now in the southwest. It is now in the hand of a Yoruba man. Now that you are going to complain, there were more structures named after Buhari when he was in office than under Tinubu. And in America, there are 2 highways named after Trump. There is a Department of Justice building named after Trump. There is a state park named after Trump. How many Democrats have come out to say, yes, we don't like it, this is wrong? How many Democrats have you heard of one?